It is always difficult to accurately and efficiently record attendance in a large classroom. And if there is an opportunity to cheat the system, then who won't try that? With the current means of attendance collection, it is easy for students to cheat the system. So, what could be the solution? The process should not cut into valuable class learning time. A way of taking attendance is needed that can uniquely identify an individual without an error, and also quickly log the individual's information. At the same time, the attendance data needs to be easily accessed by the professor. When you think a little bit deeper, you may come up with a perfect solution. Get ready for our fingerprint-based attendance system. We are group number 1 of Microprocessor and Interfacing Laboratory. The system is pretty straightforward. All that we need: an Arduino Uno board, a fingerprint sensor, an LCD display, a Bluetooth module, an SD card reader, a breadboard, and finally a smartphone with our app. Too many things, right?
Our scanner is connected to an Android device via Bluetooth and operates through an app. This app has some options to perform, like connecting to Bluetooth, open enrollment to take in and store fingerprints in the database, and the last one, taking attendance, where the scanner is finally ready to take fingerprints and then tries to take the currently input one with the ones in the database to see if the right persons are present. The first part of the app is Bluetooth connection, which is pretty straightforward. It connects the app with the scanner and makes it ready to begin the process. Then comes the open enrollment part. First, the enrollment system asks the user if it should delete the existing database and start over, or if it should just take the new inputs and add them to the database already present. If 1 is pressed, then it deletes the existing database, and if 0 is pressed, then it continues on to add the new inputs to the existing database. Suppose the user wants to enroll multiple IDs to the database. For the demonstration, we are doing 5 IDs altogether. Just before the process, the person putting his fingerprint in mentions his ID, so the print gets stored against that specific ID. Then the scanner tells him to put his finger on its window firmly and fairly and hold it for a while. After taking a clear picture of it, it again asks the person to put his finger to recheck. When the 2 prints match, then done, is stored against that ID. After enrolling the first ID, the app prompts the user to add another ID and tells the user to press 1 if the user wishes to do so. After repeating the same process the desired number of times, which is 4 more in the demo, the user has tapped 0 to discontinue the process. Finally, when taking attendance, the third option is used. Opening the Take Attendance option makes the scanner ready to take inputs and check who were present in the meeting by matching the fingerprints with the ones already stored. When it's ready, it asks to put the finger on the window and takes a print image in, and if it matches with the fingerprint stored on the database, it outputs the ID it belongs to, and in a text file, it writes the ID to be present. If the print doesn't match, it just rejects.
Now let's look at the basic architecture of our system. The center point of our system is the Arduino Uno board. Its VCC and ground pins are connected to the breadboard. The fingerprint sensor was connected to the breadboard for power supply. Two pins of the module were connected to the Arduino board for serial communication. An LCD display was connected to our system according to the datasheet. We worked with 4 data pins of the LCD display and hence there are 4 lines to the Arduino. Next we interfaced an SD card module by serial peripheral interfacing or SPI to store information about attendance. Finally, we introduced the Bluetooth module in our system. The TX pin of the Bluetooth module is directly connected to the RX pin of the Arduino. But to connect the RX pin of the Bluetooth module to the TX pin of the Arduino, we used a voltage divider to maintain 3.3 volts. Finally, we installed the Android application that we created on a smartphone to control the whole system via Bluetooth. We then programmed out the Arduino board using our code. The micro SD card plugged in the SD card module stored the information about the present students. Unplug the SD card and open it in your computer by a card reader. You will notice the text file named present. Go ahead and open the file. That's it. Here's all the IDs of the present students. You could also use the Android to get the information directly from the device using update option in your application.
So that's more or less what our project is about. Fingerprint based attendance system actually doesn't take up a lot of space and is easy to use. The connections can also be made using wires. We did that beforehand, but to increase its portability, the wires have been replaced with Bluetooth. So that's it everyone, thank you for staying with us.